I love Ant.
Oh
I
yeah,
can't get enough of Ant.
it's
And
a classic.
it is. And he's going to be up against Nurdles, and Nurdles is on Titan Post.
Hmm. Okay.
Yep. So big boy, big mana.
Yeah. I'm assuming that means green post, right?
It is Green Post. It runs Dryad of the Elysian Grove. It does run a couple prime times. Um, it runs pretty much every murderous Eldrazi that you could possibly run.
Oh yeah.
It's
Big old toolbox of those.
yeah, and that's just where it's at.
Ah. Looking at this main deck though, I am not seeing a whole lot that interacts with Ant in game one, so that might be an issue.
Yeah,
Um, geez, is there anything that interacts with ad nauseum? Tithing needle affects land.
that's
That's
yeah. There's really not a whole lot.
I like to play that though.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I like the plane
Especially since it's pointing to someone playing better Tron.
right. Although I think I just rotated his camera the wrong way. I did. That's all right. We'll rotate him back.
We'll hit the cardboard live in a second here. Probably drop the Misty there.
Yep.
Sadly, dropping a Misty Rainforest is no longer a dead tell for ad nauseum like it used to be.
Right.
It used
Nope.
to be the Ant polling deck that played Misty, but now it's basically everyone. So interested to see how this goes. Do you know who won the die roll?
Pieboy won the die roll.
Ooh, that's not good.
Here's the interesting thing, though. His opponent. I can't really see the way his camera's set up. Not hard and difficult to see his play area, but hopefully once
Yeah,
they start
the player is kind of small.
right.
Oh, I misread his playmat. The arrow is pointing at the opponent. No.
Right? That's what I thought too at the first time.
I am illiterate.
So it looks like it looks like they're still doing mulligans. I thought for sure they were ready to rock and roll. My bad.
Hmm.
So we've got Ant up against Titan Post.
Yeah.
And this should be a really ridiculously crazy match. Because this is going to be the fastest ramp that you can possibly go.
Oh, yeah.
Versus the Storm deck that the fastest it can possibly go. 4 LEDs. I mean, it's ready to eat something alive.
Oh, yeah. Ant is generally referred to as a turn 2.5 combo deck, generally.
Right. Generally. As long as it's not disrupted, as long as it finds what it needs.
Yeah. And I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of disruption here from Green Post in game one. So
no, it's going to
what ad nauseum tendrils can do when nothing's going on.
And it'll be interesting to see how fast this big mana deck is really going to do its thing, do its damn.
Oh yeah.
Because if it can ramp as fast as Ant can basically storm off, it's going to be ridiculous. There's going to be fireworks turn 3.
I think like I'm not going to mince words here. I think Nurdles is it's uphill for him in game one here.
I agree. I agree.
I think his best out to taking game one might actually be a turbo out Emrakul the Promised End.
Probably. Instead of going for the Anstorn. I agree with that.
Yeah. But and then the fun part is you get to see Nurdles try to kill Pieboy with his own deck. Always a riot.
Right. Looks like Pieboy's keeping 6.
Yeah. Nurdles kept looks like 6.
Yeah.
Also?
Yep, he's on 6 also. Okay. They're ready to rock and roll.
All right. Let's let's see some legacy.
There's right off the bat. Once upon a time.
Hmm. I suppose when you're playing Green Post, it's not quite as important what your opponent is doing. But it's an interesting decision point already on turn 1 to play the Once Upon a Time in the opponent's upkeep before you even get to see a land out of them.
Right.
I
Well,
guess you just kind of like get Cloud Post pretty much no matter what, but there's definitely a decision point if you don't see Cloud Post. You would want that extra information to see that other land. And like, if Pieboy dazes your Once Upon a Time, is that really the end of the world?
and that's
Getting a
just it.
Dryad there.
Yeah. Which that really is interesting because this should really these are the two decks that really don't care about interacting with each other.
Yeah.
That are just trying to do their thing. So
I guess
we
Turtles was on the play, so
yeah,
Dave's point wasn't relevant, but actually the whole point wasn't relevant because he was on the play. Never mind.
right.
I guess you're just gonna Cloud Post tap. You can still wait to Once Upon a Time until you like have more information, though.
True. Looks like Verdant Catacombs or Polluted Delta.
I think, yeah. Well, he's 1/20th of the way there.
Right. Underground Sea. So your opponent drops a Cloud Post. Do you really care about playing around anything at that?
No. I
'Cause,
think I don't. There's no blue Cloud Post deck, right?
uh,
No.
not anymore.
Okay.
There may be some fringe blue Cloud Posts, but at the same time, too, he opened with a Once Upon a. So
Yeah.
I think at that point, I would pretty much put him solely on green or Gruul or
It was Once Upon a Time that didn't get a blue card, so
right. And he did get a Dryad. That's even another sign. But he's literally got nothing to play around. Now it's just it's time to go. There's a Ponder,
in front kind of person.
right?
Ponder's good.
And I actually do enjoy that from him. Pieboy, I think it's because of how his camera setup he does that normally.
Yeah. That makes sense, because it's on the side.
Yeah, it'd be kind of hard to see.
Okay. Turn on Ponder is probably the best thing Nerdles could see.
Yeah.
Um,
And this is even better. The shuffle. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. So,
I mean, he could have been digging for an LED, could have been digging for, I mean, a lot of things. So at this point, there could be a lot of things he doesn't have. But at the same time, too, Nerdles may not even be able to put him on at this point because there's Underground Sea Ponder. You just named.
That's not information in Legacy. That could be anything.
That is 60% of the decks that are out there.
Yeah.
If not more. Let's not go that far. You know what I mean.
Yeah. So, I'm trying to think about like what I would put my opponent on if they go Underground Sea, Shuffle, Ponder.
Right.
Grixis Control isn't a thing anymore. Grixis Delver is kind of a loose amalgamation of a thing.
Ooh, there's a Pithing Needle. That's just a shot from the hip. Pithing Needle, gotta be.
Yeah, I guess this is generally speaking, Needle doesn't have great targets against Underground Sea Ponder.
Right.
So, like think about the lists that are Underground Sea Ponder and how many of them have relevant things to Needle. I don't think there's a lot of them.
No.
So I guess you're just out here trying to name a fetch land, really.
And
I'm curious to see what he named.
Yeah,
some indication there.
I don't think I would ever do that game 1.
I mean, what else is Nerdles gonna cast that turn?
True, but
like, what else is he gonna do? Cast Map? I think Map is literally the only other castable spell, unless you want a crop rotation or just Once Upon a Time again.
True. Actually, I probably would have Once Upon a Time.
If that was an option.
If that was an option, yeah.
You don't even have to do that in your turn if you don't want to.
There we go. Now he's gonna see.
Okay, yeah.
Got a Bajuka Bog, crop rotation, Dryad, and a Titan.
I guess Bog is the crop rotation for Bog, I guess, is the interaction you've got in game one. But
Yeah.
like when you have those in hand, that doesn't really work out. Pieboy is probably over the moon seeing no Chalice of the Void, but I guess Needle is an indication that there isn't going to be Chalice anyway.
And it looked like he did name Delta.
Name Delta.
Or did he?
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know if Ivan's speaking.
I'm going to operate on the assumption that that is correct.
Okay.
We have
it is confirmed.
That named Delta. That's probably fine. I guess that's the fetch you saw, so you know that those exist, but like there are other fetches in the deck, presumably.
Right.
Drew a once upon a time for turn, gets a Vesuva, more mana. How many cards does Pieboy have?
I'm assuming at this point he's running on 4 because he was at 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Land Ponder, Land Thoughtseize.
Yep.
And if he drew 2 cards, well, no, he would draw on 3 cards. 2's on the draw, so he might be at 5.
True. Well, he was on the play.
Pieboy was on the play? No, Nurdle was on the play, I believe.
Was he? Okay.
So, we got a Watery Grave.
Another Thoughtseize. Take the Titan. Take the crop rotation.
So if you're Nurdles, this is exactly where you want to be. You want the Storm player just Thoughtseize you over and over again.
Yep.
Because every card that they draw that's a Thoughtseize is a card that isn't Dark Ritual.
Correct.
So this is pretty great this is about as good as it gets if you're in Nurdles' seat.
Yeah, I agree.
The question is, when do you fire off the Bojuka Bog? Because it's in your hand. So at a certain point, you have to just look at Pieboy's graveyard on your turn and say, "That's enough. I'm gonna nuke it now." Because you're not gonna get to nuke it when there's rituals in there. Because he's not gonna cast rituals until he's killing you.
Correct. And at this point, that's 4 cantrips or 4 cards you're basically getting rid of.
Yeah, and that's not insignificant. I mean, I've seen plenty of hands where you've got a Past in Flames and cantrip for it. And when you're on as few cards as Pieboy is right now, that's a very real possibility.
Right.
The fact that I think Pieboy's got to kill him. Like he gets maybe one more turn. I mean, 4th land is not really where you want to be here.
Well, especially with the land you cannot use.
Oh yeah, that's brutal. Yeah.
Oh no, that's.
Are you getting confirmation?
That's. I thought he laid a wait. Yeah, there was confirmation that he did name Delta, but I thought he had a Watery Grave that was down.
The Watery Grave's behind his Underground Sea right now.
Oh, there it is.
I'm not sure I would have bothered playing out the Underground, the Polluted Delta there.
You can't go, right? Well, that's just it. I would have rather they thought I had something I did.
Because like generally speaking, I don't really start getting afraid of. I start being afraid of dying to Ant when they have 4 or more cards in hand. When they only have 3, I generally feel pretty safe.
Right.
When they have 3 and 3 lands in play, then like Dark Ritual something probably kills you, but it's not something I usually worry about. And I think that at the same time, I'm not really sure Nurdles can play scared.
No, he's got to really just go for it.
What's he gonna do? He can't really like. I don't think there's really a situation where you would sequence differently to play around something out of your Storm opponent here.
Right.
I guess if you Gola search for Bojuka Bog, maybe, but like you've got the Bog in hand, so you can't do that.
Right.
There's
I think he just passed.
Passed without making a land drop or a pie drop.
Pieboy passed, yeah.
Confusing Pieboy and land drop.
They're pretty much the same. I do it every day. So there's the Bojuka Bog. There goes the graveyard.
Okay. I guess that's as good of a time as any if you don't have like anything to actively cast.
Right. And at the same time too, that's another land drop that gets him closer to dropping something even bigger and getting the ball rolling. I think it was Bojuka Bog pass there.
Yeah. The Nurdle still has the crop rotation, right?
Did that get Thoughtseized? Well, the Titan, no, the Titan did, and the
Looks like the Dryad did, right?
no,
I see a Once Upon a Time, a
yep,
Dryad,
yep, the
a
Dryad did, and the Titan. So he should still have the crop rotation.
but there's Dark Ritual, so time
Yep,
might be Ice Age Dark Rituals. Good
uh,
choice.
so good.
I'm partial to Tempest and Mercadian Masks one,
Right.
although Reanimator that I have but don't really ever play, I just kind of loan it. I play the Cold Snap theme deck reprint ones.
Oh, that's cool. I like that one too.
I play the Cold Snap theme deck reprint cards whenever I can because I'm a Cold Snap stan. But yeah, there's the LED
Yep.
Infernal Tutor. I'm pretty sure Nurdles is just dead here. I don't think there's much else to say. Um, looks like
I didn't see what he did. He Infernal Tutor,
he cracked the LED. I
and
think he
then
did another Delta. Looks like. Oh no, yeah.
that's his watery grave.
Well, no, the Delta's behind the watery grave.
Oh, he
And there's another.
discarded. He still had he had it in his hand. So okay.
Okay. Yeah, and that's exactly the situation where I was talking about how I'm not normally afraid of Ant when they have 3 cards.
Mm-hmm.
Playboy had 3 cards effectively, and it was Dark Ritual, Infernal Tutor, LED,
Which
and them's the breaks. So
right, exactly.
that being said, I would have I have to assume Nurdles is 10% in this game. Like it's I think firing off the bog there is correct. I think Needle naming a fetch land is correct. I think Needle naming the fetch land that you saw is as is a safe
There's ad
play.
nauseum.
Yeah, there's the ad nauseum. I mean, Pi could die here.
He could. He
I've
could whiff.
I've watched. I mean, like I know I was playing a similar sort of deck to Green Post on Mitgo once, and I watched. I think it might have been Brian Cook. I don't know.
Holy crap.
LED, not LED, Adnos from 17 and die on tests. So like it can happen. Doesn't happen all that often, but it's a thing you cross your fingers for because it's kind of all you got now. So Dark Ritual, LED, Infernal Tutor ad nauseum means there's only the blue red mana floating, I believe.
Yep.
Did I get that math right?
Well, he's got 2 lotus petals through ad nauseum.
Yeah, double Lotus Petal. I see a Cabal, or I think
There's
Cabal Ritual in there.
he's got a ponder. He's got 2 preordains. He's got a Thoughtseize.
I see an Infernal Tutor, but there's no way to get Hellbent yet.
No, there's 2 infernal tutors actually. Those are the first 2 cards he flipped.
So you can cantrip for it here if you're feeling it, but I think you might have at the same time. If you whiff here, you're not necessarily dead.
No.
There's talk in play, and I don't think I don't really think you lose anything from going for it, whiffing, and passing the turn with 7 cards in hand. Like, I don't know if there's much that Nurdles can do about that.
Oh, another LED. He really does need to just.
LED seals it. I think this is a deterministic kill from here.
Yep.
Just pedal Cabal Ritual, LED, Infernal Tutor, Tendrils, you're dead.
Yep. Man, what a ridiculous flip.
That's a nail biter of an extra flip, though.
And he did get a Misty, so now he's able to fetch for another source of mana too.
Okay, good, yeah. I don't think he needs it from here. I believe the double pedal gets him there.
Probably. I would agree. Put those down, drop your LED, catch your Infernal Tutor, discard your hand, go get and it's pretty much over. Yeah. Although he probably needs to preordain a couple times for a storm count.
So we know things that Pi does not know here, and we know that there's no Veil of Summer.
Right.
Nurdles' list, but Pi doesn't know that.
Which we know he's got nothing. He already played the Bajuka Bog, so.
But Pi doesn't know that. Veil of Summer main deck is something I have seen in Green Post before.
Okay.
And Nurdles does have double forest up right now, so that could be Nurdles' out here. As Hope Pie Boy tries to play around Veil of Summer, overextends and misses.
Right.
But with with the cantrips and the extra mana and the Infernal Tutor, I just don't know if that's going to happen. There is a chance that Pieboy goes for Grape Shot and is short. But I think even if he goes for Goblins, I think he gets it. I don't think there's any way to sweep all the Goblins in the main deck here. I'm looking, and there's a Glacial Chasm, but that's not really an out. That's just a temporary thing.
Right. And now we got Cabal Ritual.
He's holding on Glacial Chasm right now. And actually, if he goes for Grape Shot, he does lose to Glacial Chasm.
True.
So maybe Nurles is hoping to like next level Pieboy, where Pieboy doesn't go for Tendrils and goes for Grape Shot and then gets got by Glacial Chasm.
That's true. Oh, that would be such a blow. Holy crap.
That would be unbelievable blowout. Talk about playing yourself.
Although he does know he's got a crop rotation in his hand. He has seen it.
Yeah, he knows about that. So I guess he probably won't do that.
That's literally his only thing to play around.
How many of Nurles' cards does Pieboy actually know about?
Actually, he knows about quite a bit. The fact that he saw the Titan, he's seen the Cloud Post, he's seen the Dryad, he's seen crop rotation, he's seen the Bajuka Bog. I think he's got to have him nailed down.
I think he's got it because like there's got to be the only card Pieboy wouldn't know about is the Nurles' draw for turn last turn. I think.
So there's the crop rotation.
Yeah.
So that's his way of getting around.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to get at. You're at 3; it's safe to go
and he goes and
first and check and see what's going on.
Right, and he went and got a Glimmer.
All right, that's you gain 3. We're at 23 now.
Yeah.
Do we have any indication of the storm count?
I can't see his die. It's got to be close to. I would think it's got to be around 14.
He did just add 1 to storm, so that effectively only gained 1 life. But I guess it's better than nothing.
Right.
If Pieboy is 1 short now, you feel like a genius. He's counting the storm count now, I think.
Yeah.
So it would have been Dark Ritual, LED, Infernal Tutor, Ad Nauseum. Looks like Petal, LED, Thoughtseize.
And they're going to scoop.
At least 8.
Oh no, he just picked his hand back up. So he's going to go for it. Looks like he's going to Infernal Tutor.
That's right here. If he goes for Goblins, then plays around. Well, I mean, he knows there's no Veil of Summer now, so he can just kind of do whatever.
And then he's going to...
Yeah. Good sequencing from Pieboy there to Thoughtseize first, because you still have plenty of time to pivot into Goblins there if you want to.
Right.
Although, notably, if Nurtles did have the Veil of Summer and the crop rotation,
there's 10.
Had both avenues covered.
So that pretty much knocks him out. Nurtles picks up his cards.
Okay, so let's look at the sideboards here. Nurtles has got a lot.
Nurtles, I guarantee you, Weather the Storm is coming in.
That's like about as good as you get here.
Yeah, there is. I mean,
Thorns
in, Veil of Summer in, Weather the Storm in.
I would board out a Forest and board in the Tabernacle.
You think so?
I think that's safe. Tabby beats Goblins, which you don't really have a meaningful out to otherwise.
True.
So I would definitely board that in. And you've got plenty of things that can come out. Just like take your pick.
Right.
Summoning Trap doesn't do anything. Butcher of Truth is probably medium. Because it doesn't do anything meaningful on ETB, and you're probably tapping out for it.
Right.
Dryad, I guess, is important because it helps you turbo stuff out, but you can't actually cast Dryad until turn 3 in this deck.
Which
correctly.
Yeah, and that's the biggest downside. But once he actually gets to that point, he kind of goes pretty quick from that point on.
Oh yeah. Like it takes a little while while to count to 3, but then you count to 12 pretty quickly after that.
Well, it's
So
just like, I mean, it's like Ursa or Tron. I mean, it's
oh, yeah.
basically it's
One,
it's
two,
in
seven.
yeah 127. I mean, it's basically that's its
Yeah.
plan. I
Well,
do.
sorry, keep on.
I was just gonna say I the ley lines. He's not going to bring in the ley lines. Maze of Iths. I do agree the Pendril would, or the Tabernacle would be probably be a really good thing to pull in, especially if you know he's got he's on Storm. But I think that's pretty much it. And from the ad nauseum side,
Yeah, I'm gonna disagree about the ley lines. Actually, I think you do bring in the ley lines here.
you think
I
so?
think that you're slim enough on meaningful hate against Storm,
Mm-hmm.
where even something that only is good against half of the Storm deck, I think you still bring it in. I mean, like, how many cards do you have in your main deck that interact with Ant in game one? It's like literal one card,
Yeah,
and
that's just it.
that one card.
Mm-hmm.
So like needles can come out, they don't do anything. Summoning track can come out, that doesn't do anything. You can trim um like a rejuvenator if you want to. I probably wouldn't because you need that to ramp. You can
Right.
trim like Kozilek.
Yeah,
You can
Kozilek really needs to probably go.
that's like 8 cards. You bring in 3 Ley Lines, Tabernacle, Double Thorn, Double Veil, and then you cut 2 more for Weather the Storm. You bring in 10 cards, and it's a lot.
All
But
right.
you got to remember that like these are literally the only cards in the deck that interact with Ant in basically any way.
Right.
So I think you just have to max them out, even if they're not super great. Yeah, Caracas can go. I was like listing a name,
Yeah.
listing a card at random there, but I think that's the right idea. Like just anything that does anything has to come in.
Yeah. And on the tendril side, empty the warrens I'd bring in is just another payoff.
Yeah.
Um,
Um. You
I
don't
think
need Massacre.
I'd probably
Almost.
bring the I think I'd bring the Chain of Vapors.
Yeah, Chain of Vapor's fine. Chain of Vapor's good. Decay is probably fine.
Although he really
Uh,
doesn't have a whole lot under around, less than 3 CMC that he's really out. Other than a needle, what keeps it in.
yeah. And like I guess there's a universe where you keep Needle in to try and mise a fetch land. I mean, like Needle naming Polluted Delta did something that game.
True.
I mean,
But
Pi kind of flooded out, so it didn't end up really mattering. But he did draw 3 Polluted Deltas, although I'll chalk that up mostly to Pi getting unlucky rather than Needle actually doing anything.
and he could have been heavy on that in his starting hand too. He may
Yeah,
have
I mean,
kept
like
that as his mana.
double, triple Delta, something like that.
Right.
Fluster for Veil is all right. I can see that. Uh, yeah, Decay is good. Thorn is good.
That's true. Decay does hit Thorn, which
Yeah.
is big, but Chain of Vapor also allows you to pick it back up too.
Chain of Vapor is like a pretty free board in because it also you can just like bounce your own stuff for Storm Count if you need to.
Which is pretty sweet.
So Decay, Chain, Echoing Truth, probably all you need.
I I bet a Hercules
That's
recall.
probably too much, honestly. I know Ant can't board that many cards because it's a pretty tight list. So
Right. He's got to be
I'm
really
Ant aficionado, so I couldn't really tell you.
yeah. He's really got to be careful with. He doesn't want to dilute his
Yeah.
spell package.
Doc is saying the 2 Chain of Vapors and nothing else.
Yeah, I Chain of Vapors. I would personally bring in the Empty the Warrens because I I think that just gives you another out, another way to.
Like, sure, it's the slowest way to kill, but like, you make 8 goblins on turn 3, that's probably fine.
That is, especially if your opponent is doing nothing on turn 3 except casting a creature.
Yeah, agreeing with Doc again here. Like, at the end of the day, like, Adnaz is just so much faster than Green Post.
Right.
Green Post does not. It has Cloud Post, but it doesn't actually have fast mana.
No.
At the end of the day, you're going to make 1 mana on turn 1, and you're going to make about 2 mana on turn 2, maybe 3.
Right.
Like, that's not exactly turboing out a hate piece here.
No.
Like, if Pi has a turn 1, he just has it, and there's just nothing Nurdles can really do about it. I guess there is now because he's a Forest in play. But Forest in play does not lead to 3 mana on turn 2, nor does it lead to a million mana on turn 3. So leading with Untapped Forest is, I think, a pretty strong tell for a Veil of Summer in the opening hand. Did both players keep seven?
I think so. I didn't see either of them shuffle again, but it looks like Nurdles is playing a crop rotation.
Hmm. So I guess he didn't pass the turn. He's just crop rotating that forest into probably a Cloud Post.
Yep.
I would not do that now. I think you can. It's very safe to wait and do that on Pieboy's end step. You know he's playing Ant now, but now you're not holding up Veil of Summer. So if Pieboy actually does have the turn one, he gets to just go and kill you.
Right.
So I think it's free to wait with that. We will see if it matters, but Pi did mulligan. Looks like
Yeah, he is on 6.
he's on 6. Yeah.
And
So I guess you don't need to worry quite as much about getting. Oh wait a minute, did Pi just pass without playing a land?
that's what it looks like. And there's an amethyst.
Man, Pieboy,
Why?
that is really interesting.
What?
I'm
He didn't.
very curious about what he's got.
That is a super greedy keep. I totally agree.
Man,
Now he's screwed.
I guess like Nurdles is so behind on the draw in this matchup that you can afford to do something kind of crazy in the game where you're on the draw.
Right.
Because like Nurdles can't cast a hate piece until turn 2 no matter what he does.
And he
Which gives you like 2 whole turns to just do whatever you wanted. Do whatever you want unmolested. But like man, I would not. At the end of the day, I'm not an Ant player. I don't know what's in his hand. I don't know what's going on. He's going to discard, it looks like. I just. His hand must be absolutely insane. It's got to be like
it has to be.
Chain of Vapor plus the turn 1. It must have been.
There's Rejuvenator. So this is where it starts getting out of control.
Yeah, this is where you start meaningfully accelerating. The scary thing is, like, I still don't really feel like Nurdles is ahead here.
Like, you know, he's got one. He needs one land. If Pieboy gets one land, we're really going to see how far behind he is.
He's still like he needs to make I think 2 land drops really. Because like you play one land, you tap your mana to cast the Lotus Petal he's definitely got, and then you do something later.
Right.
As it stands, Chain of Vapor is probably going to be a 2-for-1 against Pieboy because you'll probably have to crack a petal to cast it.
Well, he can't. Amethyst.
Well, I mean, I'm saying like he'll spend 1 turn playing his land, casting the petal, and then the next turn he'll pay the 2 mana, cracking the petal, bounce the amethyst, and then you play your additional fast mana and do whatever you need. But
True.
Nerdles has what 3, 6, 7, 8 mana now.
Yep.
I don't know.
And he just discarded a Brainstorm. What in the world?
Jeez, I hope Highboy reveals his hand. I'm really curious about what he kept here.
4 LEDs.
It's something.
Shooter. No land. Is that an Ayavugan?
Ooh, yeah, that's
That
Ayavugan gets probably Emrakul the Promised End.
you scoop it up? Yeah. Wow, what a way to give away game 2.
I've gotta know what he had.
2
I'm gonna send him a message later, just like out of curiosity. I want to know what he had.
returns, no land, keeps a no lander.
Man,
that's brutal.
Big. But he's gonna be on the play now,
Right.
and boy is he favorite on the play.
Which this actually hurts Nurdles in a sense because you have no idea what hate he brought in, and now he saw exactly what hate he's up against.
That seems pretty next level 4,000 IQ 40 chess, but
right.
If Pieboy is playing 4-dimensional chess with Nurdles here, then it's working.
Right. Boarded out all. So real quick, guys. We are the MTG Paper Legacy Discord. This is Pieboy and Nerdles. This is part of our Thursday night moderator fight. I am Beyond Sadistic. You can hear the voice of Utopia Mycon. He's one of my compadres. You can't see his face. It's gone. We erased it. Yeah. So it got thought seized. But this is every Thursday we come, we show what our, well, I should say the members of the Discord get to show the moderators what's up. So yeah. I appreciate everybody for hanging out.
So what's our overall record now? So have the mods? So Argon won his match, so that's -1 for the mods.
Yep.
And
then Mr. Jack Dex.
So we're 1-1 on the night.
Yep.
And Pieboy's the mod here, so
team
commentary still has a chance here.
That's right. As long as we don't keep no landers.
As long as we don't keep no landers against the Thorn of Amethyst deck, then we'll be doing just fine.
Right.
He drove for the info. That's what we're trying to figure out, man.
He you know what? He could have. But at the same time too.
I'm shooting him a message, or I'm tagging him in the mod chat or something and asking him what was going on.
You still
5D chess game 2.
Right. You still know that he's going to have at least some sort of hate. I mean, come on. But at this, if you feel like you were that favored, then not. Let's run the clock out. Let's give the kids a show. Yeah. It looks like they're drawing their opening hands. Pieboy's going to be on the play. That's what you get when you keep no land hands.
That's true.
Oh, I'm assuming he probably had the most ridiculous opening hand and just.
I shot him a message.
Right.
You look at it later. I gotta know. But he's on the player now, so he's
in good shape.
He gets to just go ahead and do it. So
right. So Nerdles drawing his opening hand. Looks like Pieboy's gonna toss him back
again. It's 3 mulligans. Well, let's just been going to 6 in each match just for the joke, which
that could
would be fun.
Oh, it looks like Nerdles is going to toss. Oh, he put one back.
Okay. Both players on 6 again?
And I'm assuming if he put his card back already. Well. So we are 3 of 9 over the last. I think that's right.
3-9 over the last 3 weeks would suggest that we have been swept once, I think. Because there's 3 matches every week, and that comes out to.
Yeah, we have never been swept. Yeah.
So it'd be 3-6.
Yeah, true.
I know I got blown out when I played, so.
I also got blown out. It was Infect versus Hogak, and I kept pretty iffy hand game 2 with 1 threat. It died by an abrupt decay. I died with a handful of pump spells.
Fair, yeah. I know in mine. All right, well.
There's Thoughtseize.
Instead, we'll talk about this Thoughtseize.
Right. What a bunch of action.
Ooh, 5 lands.
5 lands.
Oh man, them's the breaks, I guess. So no matter what you draw here, you have to play Forest and pass.
Or Summer.
I think that because now you just Pieboy has free reign to do whatever he wants on turn 2, and that might be good enough. I think if you play the Forest and pass, you have nothing going on in your hand anyway. But if you play Forest and pass, you can at least make him think you drew Veil of Summer.
Right, and that's just it. You have to when the Veil of Mystery has been pulled back. You have to do everything you can to try and rebuild that.
Yeah, This is where Nurdles needs to start playing that 4D chess we've been talking about.
Right. Like he's
I
gonna
can just put
toss.
my mic a little closer to my face. That probably helps.
Yeah.
How about that?
There we go.
Just twisted this a little bit closer to my face. It would have been in the camera before, but since that's not there,
Yeah, I can't move his slider up anymore, guys.
yeah, I just moved my mic a little closer to my face. We should be good now.
Yep.
Jack's confirming we're good.
Yep.
Cool.
So it looks like it was a brainstorm into a fetch into a watery grave.
Okay. Tapped watery grave.
Yeah.
Just do that on your opponent's turn, right? You don't need to fetch now.
Yeah, basically. But it's Pie Boy.
Oh, he top decked. He top decked a Thorn. Ooh. That's a good draw. Now he's got 2 cloud posts in play and an actual hate piece there. And Pie Boy on the mulligan might cost him. Let's see what's going on here. Thoughtseize is great against all those hate cards, but it's not very good against the top of the deck, so...
Right. Like he's got another polluted delta. He's just going to pass.
Chaotic is pointing out the irony of the Underground Sea plus Proxy Watery Grave.
Right.
Considering now... double check, make sure there's no sideboard Death Shadow plan. There is not.
He's got Misty Rainforest. He's gonna crack.
Yeah.
Gonna get.
Well, he's more than in the clear to bounce that Thorn and go off. But if Nurdles drew a Veil of Summer also, then oh man, that might be the game right there.
Right.
Green suggests an Abrupt Decay coming through here.
Yeah, I think you started stoking some fires with the Ad Nauseam plus Death Shadow comment. That would be a hell of a backup plan.
It would be. I mean,
Ad Nauseam yourself down to 1. Back with your Death Shadow. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Infernal Tutor, crack LED, search for Death Shadow, play it.
Jesus. Oh, another brainstorm.
2-mana Brainstorm. It's a time-honored tradition.
Yeah.
Still good at 2 mana, turns out.
Yep. Drawing 3 cards is pretty damn good. And being able to get rid of your 2 worst cards. Pitch them away. I know. If you're Nurdles and you're sitting staring across at a board full of mana, graveyard full of cantrips, what do you?
I don't really know. Like, I've heard Storm players tell me that this is where they're comfortable being. 4 lands in play, graveyard with cantrips, a couple cards in hand. Just ship the turn. There's no clock. Just kind of sit around, wait for them to do something.
Right.
Like, Pieboy's got time. He's not really under any duress here. The only thing that could happen that would really, and he definitely won't be because there's no black cards in Nurdle's deck, but the only thing that I think would really blast this game wide open is if Nurdles has like Emrakul Promised Land or something here. And I keep bringing that card up, but it's because it would just be so insane. Looks like he just played a tap Cloud Post and passed though. So 5th land from Pieboy.
Was that it or was it Vesuva?
Well, it's with the rest of the Cloud Posts, so I'm assuming it's functionally a Cloud Post, whether it was or not.
Right.
Yeah, 5th land from Pieboy is not where you want to be in your 14 land deck.
Right.
15 lands.
Wishclaw Talisman?
Yeah, it looks like Wishclaw Talisman. Yeah, that costs 3. There we go. Well, that's something.
True.
Activate that now and get a removal spell for the Thorn, and then Petal something kill you. But I don't know if he has enough cards in hand to do that.
There's Golos.
Choosing not to activate it now, but I would assume if I'm Nurdles, I would assume that I'm dead next turn.
Well,
Golos is here, and I guess it bogs? Maybe?
Right. Probably.
Get another Cloud Post and maybe double spell here, but I don't know if that does enough. Another Cloud Post would make the existing one attack for 4. You've got 1 mana floating. Yeah, Glimmer, maybe.
if he does get another post,
Looks like Ayavugan, I think.
that
The
would leave
border.
him mana for Weather the Storm also,
That's true. Yeah.
which would be a
Draw
blowout.
the other one because he lost one already.
Did he? Did he have one in his hand? I didn't see.
Yeah, because his hand this game was 5 lands Weather the Storm,
Oh,
and it got seized on turn 1.
okay.
He plays a Caracas for turn.
I'm kind of surprised he left that in.
Um,
Although he does get to bounce his own
he's
Golos.
Expedition Ayavugan right there. So I guess he's just setting up for a kill next turn, and he's kind of, I don't know. I hope he's got something there. Does he have any cards in hand? Do we know?
I haven't been able to see.
Hmm.
He would be able to. You could attack with Golos, bounce your Golos,
Well,
replay
he just
him.
played Golos, so
No,
can't do it.
next turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. But like staring down an active Wishclaw Talisman with 5 mana, Wishclaw Talisman can kill you on what, 2 cards? You don't need
Doesn't
much.
take many.
Especially when you've got 5 mana. You don't really need to tutor for a ritual or anything. You can just kind of
Go from there.
something ad nauseum. Like,
Yep.
but I guess when you're playing a deck that basically only has the sideboard hate cards that it brought in to interact with Storm, you kind of just have to hope they don't have it a lot of the time.
And then
Uh,
that's Storm life, though.
yeah.
You can only play around so much, and I think a lot of Storm players, you're better. You can't win unless you go.
Yeah. And like I hear Storm players, like from the other side, I hear Storm players talk about pretty rarely how like Ant can win from basically anywhere. I was watching just like the Infernal Tutor package is just so powerful a lot of the time. Like I was watching some stream where someone was playing like 80 card Yorian Storm,
Mm-hmm.
and they the opponent was playing like Delver or something or other, and they had like triple force something, and he had like a Mystic Sanctuary in his deck, and he got to rebuy the same duress like twice
Which is
through all kinds of counter magic, and he won from there. And like,
right.
yeah, that was weird Yorian Storm, but like giving you the idea here, the kinds of things that Ant can win through.
But it's got a lot of weapons. I mean, it really does.
It's got a lot of weapons, and it's
He
more flexible than I think people realize just from
he
looking.
did just bounce his Golos.
Okay. Interesting that you would do that now and not attack first. But I guess he's got what, 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17 mana for Eldrazi spells?
True. Yeah, he does have a ton of mana.
Yeah.
I mean, he's essentially got.
I guess you can cast Golos here and do stuff otherwise. Prime time. Okay. Does this? Prime time gets 2 cloud posts, I think.
Yep.
And with 2 cloud posts, you have 5 cloud posts on the battlefield, so you have 15 mana. And Ayavugan? No, because he tapped 2 of them to cast the thing. So he's got 10 mana plus Ayavugan.
He does have 30 life.
Oh, we got double Glimmer Post. Okay, that makes sense. 30 life is like a place to be. You got two cloud posts here. He can get I guess if he's got like an Eldrazi, he can cast it. But
It looks like he passed.
Around. Did he pass?
He did.
Ooh, okay. So Pi can still win from here, but it's admittedly harder. Especially since the graveyard just doesn't have that much in it.
Oh, it's got that much mana too.
Yeah.
There's a 2 mana brainstorm. The one, the only, the 2 mana brainstorm. And there comes the storm dice.
Here. Yeah. 2 mana brainstorm is what you want to see here as Nurdles, I think.
Yep. And what you don't want to see.
Up that 5 mana without getting rid of the Thorn is probably just stellar, right?
Yeah, I would agree. Storm dice comes up. Means it's time to tango.
It's go time. I mean, like it's now or never, right? Like if you don't do it now, then Nurdles is going to be at like 45 or something insane like that. I haven't bothered to do the math.
Well, that's just it. You have to do it now, and now you're way behind.
Yeah,
Because
going to 15 Storm with Thorn out is
unless he's looking for an answer,
obviously, yeah. I mean, like, but hey, how many cards does he actually have in hand? It can't be that many.
I although he has just kind of outside of the Misty Rainforest and Wish Cloud Talisman, he's pretty much just been passing.
I suppose
He's probably, I would say, he's probably got at least what, an answer.
he was on the play,
True.
so it's an interesting spot for sure. He's counting something.
Down for life.
Yeah, but like the game, I think the game is deterministically over if he passes the turn because Primetime attacks, gets posts, Ivugan tutors for Emrakul the Promised End, and then Pieboy discards his hand is basically what happens.
So he must be going for it just because he has to go.
Yeah,
He probably sees the writing on the wall.
The whatchamacallit, the talisman.
Yeah.
So Nerdle's looking like he's in a decent spot here, actually. It looks like Fetch was activated.
Really is. Volcanic. That and it's 1-1. So whoever, I mean, this turn may ultimately be it.
Yeah. Second Fetch?
Yeah.
Getting probably another Underground Sea. Really no need to get basics here. He's got a second one? Pretty sure he does. Bayou?
Hasn't got an island.
Well, the second Underground Sea would be the Watery Grave, which I think might be in play already.
True.
So, no, he doesn't have another duel. Unless there is a Bayou.
There was.
There is a Bayou. Yeah. I guess if you're looking to cast another cantrip still.
Yeah. Oh, it was in hand. No need to fetch when you got it in hand.
Yeah. That's a lot of lands, though.
But
he's got a pretty comfortable amount of mana to kill the Thorn, or bounce the Thorn, activate Wishclaw Talisman, get Dark Ritual, get there, right? But I don't even know if that does. Okay, he's activating it to get probably something that gets rid of the Thorn.
Right. Which would be Chain of Apron.
I think it's got to be. I mean, it literally has to be. He tapped the Bayou, so there is no Abrupt Decay happening here. Unless he wants to waste a whole petal on it, which seems like a very bad plan.
Yeah. Well, true, I guess if he's got it in hand. But I think I probably would have used that Bayou to cast it. Activate the witch.
I agree. Yeah. Just covering the options there.
Right. Gotta play to your outs.
Yeah. I will say there's been more to talk about in this game than I thought there was going to be.
Right.
So, when I saw the matchup, yep, there's a chain. Tap carefully here. This matters a lot.
Okay, so there goes the Thorn.
Yeah.
So
of note, no green mana up from Nerdles' side right now. So
right.
I believe he's holding up an activation of Ivugan instead.
Just in which would be good right now, because that would be his win.
Mm-hmm.
So there's an LED. So here we go. There's another LED.
Oh boy, double LEDs. That's the way you start this. So.
Right.
That's where it starts. Probably also starts with Dark Ritual.
Well, he needs the mana, that's for sure. He needs the storm coming, he needs the mana, and he's got to go fast.
You need just one more to get there for the Infernal Tutor, and then Infernal Tutor 6 mana. There's got to be something you can string together that wins here.
Crack the LED.
I guess if he's got Past in Flames in hand, it's fine.
Oh,
He does, yeah.
so
So cracked one of them for red, one of them for blue. I think you're supposed to crack for blue here.
Well, you have blue up with the Underground Sea also.
Yeah, but like you don't need more black because the Cabal Ritual is more black. But if you
True.
crack for blue, then you can cast your cantrips.
True.
So, and this way you can spend the rest of the red and like one of the random blue flashing back the Past in Flames. But I guess you're still kind of short there. Because the flashback is 5 mana.
Yep, it's 4 in the red.
And so that would leave him with 2 mana left. With whatever non-red mana he made. Whether it's blue or black. And
there's the flashback.
Underground Sea. And he's only got Cabal Ritual in there, so he can't set this up in a way that gets him any blue for the Brainstorms. This doesn't feel like a done deal yet.
He would... Yeah.
Like, you Cabal Ritual up to 5. You cast Infernal Tutor. Get
Ooh.
what?
Tap in the under. Cast Brains.
Okay. Oh, flashback chain to bounce the claw. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. So I guess he has to find Dark Ritual now.
Or
But Dark
an
Ritual
LED.
because he won't have blue mana anymore.
An LED.
An LED would do it, yeah. Black Lotus is pretty good here.
Yeah, Black Lotus is good. Kind
As
of,
it often is.
right. Kind of a lukewarm take. And this is 10. This is that moment, because if he doesn't hit this, you know how bad it's gonna feel. Just what's got to be going through his head right now? Just the math. Oh my god, all these people are watching me. I kept a no land hand. I got to do this.
I've definitely tried to style on someone in a game and then lost a whole match because of it. And it feels so bad. I'm not trying to insinuate that Pieboy did that, but I will say that like when you go for something risky and you miss, and then you go for something safe afterwards to lock it up and you still miss, you feel really dumb. Speaking from personal experience, I know that makes me feel bad. So I'm definitely like, my heart would be with Pieboy here if this doesn't work out. That would be unfortunate, but sometimes the underdog is there. Is he scooping it up? Looks like he's scooping it up.
Is he?
Unless he's counting something.
Oh. He's counting.
He's counting, okay.
He's pointing. He's like, listen here, kid. Listen here, boy. Boy. This is a Cabal Ritual. This wins me the game. Give me a moment.
If this was a Dark Ritual.
Right?
Underground Sea taps for blue and black. Doesn't tap for red.
Going through in his head.
Like, this is a rough game to lose from the Storm side.
What's he doing?
I have no idea.
Nope. Yeah. He is. He's just drawn to see how far off he was. Oh, and Pieboy.
Rip.
Oh, look, it's a Chain of Vapor. Yeah.
He might just be explaining what he was trying to do.
True. Yeah. Is he still playing it out?
We're not sitting in on their call, so we don't really know what they're doing. But
True. Look at his hand too. He had Emrakul. He did have Vela in his
oh, he
hand.
needed another. No, that was the thorn that was there. I knew about that, but he did have the veil.
Yep. He just didn't have green mana
Slam,
for it.
slam the Emrakul, man, and Green Post takes that down. I certainly wasn't expecting that when I sat down and saw this was the matchup. I thought Ad Nauseam had this in the bag, but
No,
tight Nurls and some kind of unfortunate draws from Pieboy, I think.
I
Those
agree.
fine, and sometimes the underdogs win.
And
And
that,
once again, the Hawks finish 1-2.
yep, I agree. And that really just shows the power. You know, a lot of people talk about how Legacy is, you know, this super powerhouse, super expensive. I can't play it. Legacy is not like that at all. You know, decks do win on turn 1 or turn 2, but a lot of games are grindy. They're chess matches. Legacy is such a great format to delve into. You know, newer player, you learn the interactions, you get a great foundation for what Magic is really.
Yeah. And on the subject of budget, I would like to point out that in Nurls' Titan Post list, while it is listed as $2,500 on TCG Player, 2,000 of those dollars are a Tabernacle at Pendrell Vale and sideboard, which can totally be a Ratchet Bomb.
Yeah, absolutely. You know,
So, and that cuts the list down to less than a modern deck.
right.
So,
Well, we won't talk about that. That's the dirty. So,
I miss Grand, dude.
oh, I don't